So we will call to order the regular meeting of the Cabell County Commission for Thursday, April the 12th, 2021. And if you would please stand, we'll have a prayer. And Commissioner Cartmill will lead us in the pledge. Let us pray. Almighty God, our Heavenly Father, send down upon all those who hold elected office in the state of West Virginia the spirit of wisdom, charity, and justice, that they may faithfully serve in their offices to promote the well-being of all people. Grant that they may exercise their duties that would be pleasing in your sight and equal to the challenges of our times. All this we ask through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And the first item would be to approve the regular commission agenda for April 22nd, 2021.
So moved.
I second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. And then we would approve the regular commission meeting minutes from March 25th, 2021.
Move to approve.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
To approve the erroneous assessments, land consolidation, split tickets, probate documentation from the county clerk's probate office. Motion?
I'll move to approve.
I second.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 And to approve the purchase orders number 21-102845 through number 21-103044. Pay jackets, monthly payments to Fifth Third for fuel card purchases. Handwritten checks to Unum for $7,800.40 and to Guardian for $19,937.76.
So moved.
Been moved?
I second.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
And citizens registered to speak, we have two folks who have signed up. Mr. Sloan, if you would, now's your time.
That's good, thank you. Good morning, my name's Devin Sloan. Can I take this, or do I have to leave this on, or do I take this on? I can leave that? Okay, thank you. I'm here representing Green Acres Regional Center, Lease Age Natural Bottled Water. And basically what we're here for this morning is we would just like to invite, we appreciate Ms. Simonia, Commissioner Simonia, for coming down to visit us a couple weeks ago. We appreciate that very much. And we would like to invite Ms. Cartmill, Commissioner Cartmill, Commissioner Morgan, down to visit and see what great things that go up on at our campus up in Leeds Age, West Virginia, and all the special people and all the special things we do, not only in Cabell County, the state of West Virginia. And so it's that's basically all we wanted to do is give you a formal invitation and hopefully take us up on it, come up and see what we do. And obviously we thank you for all that you've done in the past. I know I've done some research. I'm fairly, I am the director now. I'm fairly new to that. I've been about 14 months in the directorship. I've done a lot of research and stuff and went back through, and I know the levy itself came about in around 1982, and the taxpayers of Cabell County have always supported us with, I think even the last time it was like almost like a 70 to 75% that they supported us with. So that's very important to us, and that's actually 40% of our revenue actually comes through the taxpayers of Cabell County. Really, just please, if you would, come and visit us. We would really appreciate that. So I didn't want to make it lengthy, and I didn't want to take a lot of your time, but it's very important to us. It's very important to the 51 employees at Green Acres. It's very important to their families, to new hires, to the future, to the folks of the past that helped develop Green Acres. The people, I've been there for my 34th year. And I came in under folks that were parents that were adamant about getting this great program started and seeing it through. And that's basically what I'm here for today, is to do all I can to keep that legacy and that history and moving it forward and helping it to grow and serving more people with disabilities the way we do now. It's a very special place, and it's such a, I don't know that it's such a jewel for Cabell County and for the state of West Virginia, and we should really, cherish what we do and what those guys do and what we do, and it's a wonderful place. But anyway, thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate the invite.
I have a question. Just
Yes, sir.
How many counties do you serve and actively?
Okay, well, the initial charter for Green Acres was Wayne, Lincoln, Mason, and Cabell County. At this present time, we don't have anybody from Lincoln County as far as a person with disabilities. And I don't think we have any in Wayne. We do have Mason County and Cabell County. We have 37 folks right now that have disabilities that are working on the campus as we speak. We served 46 last year, and something that makes us a little unique, we also provide a place where places like, 2 years ago, Goodwill right here in Huntington, we won the award for being the employer of the year for them, because we give them the opportunity to come and actually train on our campus. They bring their folks there, they do training. Sometimes we'll even hire some of those folks. And we do that with other places as well, the Department of Rehab Services through the state, different entities, autism, different things of that nature. They can come in on our campus and actually do training. But 37 people with disabilities, 51 employees, and there are 33, I think, Cabell County citizens that are actually employed there at Green Acres. Everybody there, something that's changed through the years, a lot has changed. We had to evolve from what we once were. We were once, a lot of folks would come out of the state hospital, would come to Green Acres, they would have residents, which we still have residential units there, they're not occupied at the present time. But we had to evolve just to survive, because we get no state funding, we get no federal funding. Basically what you folks do and the Cabell County citizens do, and what we earn, what our guys earn, I mean, it's real legitimate jobs we do. We have the world's best water, we have the award to prove that. And so to answer your question, that's who we have.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I can
Miss-
say, I did go out there, 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, 2, 3.
And I was very impressed by what I saw, and to learn that here in little old Cabell County, that we have the best water in the world, that you all have, how many times have you won that distinguished?
Well, we won it once. We finished second last year, which, if you know me, second's just your first loser, so that's not good enough. So we're always trying to be better. So, but every year we finish in the top 2 or 3 consistently. We're getting ready to enter again this year with the COVID and everything that's going on. And actually, it's usually in February, and this year it's going to be in June, the competition. And it's international. I mean, it's from waters all over the world that we competed with. And it's like when we do tours and stuff all the time. Well, I'll just give you an example today that Matt does not even worry about. I just got a call before I left, how we affect things, and it's kind of a trickle-down effect. The jail over here in Barbersville actually called us, and they have an emergency situation with water, and so they called us needing 105-gallon bottles of water right there in Barbersville, and they need the hand pumps and stuff and everything, and we'll have that today to them before the day is over. So the things we do don't only necessarily affect the 51, we affect a lot of different things here in the county and the state.
Do you know an individual who is employed there, and she graduated from Cabell Midland last year, and having that support system from high school is no longer there, and it was difficult for her to find a job, and she did find one there at Green Acres, and she loves it, and she feels like she's contributing and not just sitting at home alone in isolation. So,
Well, that's what separates Green Acres from anywhere else. And you can go to Goodwill. I mean, please just don't take my word for it. Go to anybody that we deal with and see what a special place that we are and what we do. Go to the Department of Rehab Services and stuff and see what we do to help those people. And it's not just a place where they can come and watch videos and do stuff and not be productive. They have a self-worth that they gain from the work that they do. And it's helped me with my family, to raise my family and other employees, and it gives the people with disabilities, it's just a super play. I can't even begin to express how much it means to me and to the people that we deal with and what we do.
You used to get a lot of funding from the state. What happened there?
I really don't know, and we do feel that the state should probably be more involved. I mean, I understand.
Well, they were in the beginning, I remember.
And I don't know, but most of that came through, well, even back in the day, when I first started, even if you transported somebody, you might get, for one direction, you get a $10 stipend, go this way, and then $10 to take them back this way, and then all this money came in. And back in the day, back in the 80s and 90s, I mean, there were millions of dollars that actually flowed through Green Acres. Well, you know, we don't get that anymore. And to answer your question, I really don't know, to be honest with you. I mean, we're trying. Matt and I have been in Charleston. We spent almost a whole week in Charleston talking to Daniel Linville. We've had Carol Miller out to the campus. We've had numerous politicians that we're trying to get the state more involved, because we actually have the state use contract for bottled water. So that reads, by law in West Virginia, if you buy bottled water and you get bottled water at the state police or the prison or any state agency, you have to get it from us if we can provide that. Well, that being said, that means it works out okay here in the area and stuff like that, but what we do that makes us special even then is that we actually send water out to like Hancock County, to the southern part of the state, to the Beckley area, and then they turn around and they sell the water as well to create revenue for their people with disabilities. So right here in Cabell County, we're not only supporting and helping people from Cabell County and people with disabilities, we're helping people all over the state of West Virginia that have disabilities. So I mean, there's so much more in Green Acres than people even. We did a commercial a few years back, and we could only afford 15-second commercial, but our thing was, what's the secret? The secret's Green Acres and Lease Age Natural, and what a special place it is. That's what the secret is. It's one of a kind. It's awesome. And you're drinking the wrong water.
It's out there in our cooler.
I know, I was glad to see that. Glad to see that.
Mr. Miller, you have anything to add?
I don't. Well, I just want to say I'll second what Devin was saying. Thank you very much to you folks for what you've done for us. I've been there coming up on 5 years, so I've not been there nearly as long as Devin has. But I can tell you, because my position as sales manager is I go out and contact businesses and individuals and try to promote and raise the awareness level of what we do. And that's why I think, especially the state of West Virginia really has not recognized or embraced the fact this place is a jewel, not just in Cabell County, not just in West Virginia, but in the entire United States. There's no other nonprofit bottling facility in the entire United States that employs folks with developmental disabilities. So, the fact that we are helping folks with the disabilities, that's our mission. The water is just that's what we produce. But the fact that, like Devin was saying, that we can provide jobs and opportunities and give meaning and, purpose to folks with developmental disabilities, that's huge. And so the taxpayers of Cabell County should be very, very proud of what we do. And that's why one of the things that I do is I always invite people, hey, come on up and see us. I'll take you on a tour. I do that a lot. I'll take folks, I've had church groups and individuals and all kinds of folks. I say, come on up. I'll take you behind the scenes so you can see our folks, you can see what they do, and you can see the entire operation. And that's one of the things we want to do is extend the invitation. And but we do that with everybody. We love having people come see what we do because we're very proud of what's happening up there, and we want to share that.
One other thing too, there's a lot of things that we do so many different things because we've branched out recently. We built a riding ring for horseback and that kind of thing. And so we're trying to get people to come in. We can have horse shows and things of that nature. We have a wonderful greenhouse. It's awesome. I mean, we do, the lady that works it and does it, and our prices are really less than anywhere else, and the quality's outstanding. And what we do there, we like dance studio people that have kids that want to do dance things, and like high schools. We've worked with Huntington High, we've worked with St. Joe's High School and stuff, and we do like fundraising stuff with them. They'll take orders for the flowers or poinsettias at Christmas time. So we're into a lot of different things. It's not just one thing, and all of our funding goes right back into that. to the mission that we have, and that's supporting people with disabilities. I always tell them, I hired a young man yesterday, and I told his parents, I said, any day that I hire somebody new is a good day for me. And that's what we do, because the more money we make and the more water we sell, and stuff like that, it goes right back into hiring more people with disabilities. But thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. Please come up and see us, call us. Again, my name's Devin, this is Matt, and we'd be honored for you to come up and visit and see what a great place it is. Don't take my word for it. Let us come show you.
What's phone number? Phone number?
304-942-5146. That's my personal cell.
Okay.
You said you had served 37 people with disabilities at this point in time. Do you know the number when Green Acres was at its peak? Because I know with the residential program and everything, you had a lot more than that.
Well, we had, I know one residence, I think we would keep like 12, because we had a men's and women's residences, I'm sure you're aware. We had 12, and then I want to say there was 15, so there probably been 27 around the clock, and that's where a lot of the funding, once that went, and then Rest Care, of course, came in, and then they were a for-profit entity. And which, I don't know if you knew Mr. McGinnis back in the day.
Oh, yes.
Okay, I came in under him, and that's one reason I'm here today. He was so good to me, and so I'm trying to follow a little bit in his footsteps, what he tried to do, and where his heart was at. And then we had the folks from Mason County that we brought a bus in and stuff, and that's something else we do as well. We still do that. We have vans that we purchase with the money from taxpayers of Cabell County, and the monies that we make and the monies that the guys bring in. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 vans that we bring people in, that we actually go pick the guys up and bring them to work. And it's like the young man yesterday. We're going to put him on the schedule. We'll pick him up next Monday at 7:30 in the morning and bring him to work. And these folks with people with disabilities, nothing's really changed since lots of things have changed since 1980s and the 1960s.
And it's a different place than it was
It
back
is, it's
then.
very different, yes ma'am. But we had to change, because if we didn't change, just getting through this COVID, it was horrible for everybody. But then people with disabilities that had no understanding or very little understanding of the safety and the issues, and we said, if it gets out in the public that we have somebody, which we didn't hide anything, because we got through it, thank goodness, because we took precaution with the health department after precaution. But we thought, if it gets out of public, Green Acres has several employees with COVID, it's going to destroy our business, because who's going to drink water and think, because I always think, what would my mom think? And that's what she would think, she wouldn't know what the story was, but that's what she would think. And so but just to get, everything we do is a little bit different, because it has to be different. Change, guys, it just terrifies me to think that something would happen in Green Acres to what would happen. Obviously, I'd be taken care of and whatever, but it's not the same. We've worked since 1960s to get these folks where Mr. McGinnis, I was going to say, I have a tape, a VHS tape. He was on a newsreel with, I never need to remember the guy's name, because I tell this story all the time. He was on this, and they asked him about Green Acres at that time. This was probably back in the 1970s, and he said, one of these days, even people with disabilities are going to have to fend for themselves, and the monies are going to dry up from the state and the federal. And I can show you this. All we got to do is find a player to play it on, and that's what's happened. The monies have gone away, and now they are having to fend for themselves. And what's special to us too is we have a gentleman, and I'll just give you a quick story. There's a fella came in, and I did a tour with him and a job coach. And we walked around, and I'm thinking this whole hour that we're doing this tour, because they're looking for employment. He had a job coach come in and some folks with him. And I'm thinking the whole time, this young man's not understanding the thing I'm saying. He wasn't saying anything to me, or, he would look at me or whatever. So we went through and we got toward the end, and so I looked at his person with him. I said, well, do you think, and his name was Brian, I said, Brian, do you think that you would like to come to work here? And he just looked at me, and she said, well, tell the gentleman what you think. And so they pull out this board. And this is how the small rewards come about from Green Acres. You pull out this board that I hadn't even seen out of this packet, and he stands there beside me, gets beside me, and he goes, it had letters and symbols, and it goes, THANKYOU. That's what Green Acres is. And it still is. That's what it was meant to be. And now when we hire him and appoint without him, he does like 8 boxes a day. 8 boxes a day. He does, obviously, we pay him $8.75 an hour for 4 hours or 8 hours, whatever he works that day, and he might do 8 boxes a day. When we knew him, we need him like 800 boxes a day. and the numbers we do, but please come and visit.
Thank
Okay,
you.
we got it.
All right, good, good.
Is there a
Right.
chance that, I'm the sheriff, by the way, is there a chance that you would ask Lincoln and Wayne and Mason to put it on their levy to soften the burden on the taxpayers? Instead of putting all the burden on them?
Yeah, I don't know through the history of that, of how, I mean, obviously you could. I think probably the thing will be with that is, and this is just from me personally, that Cabell County is really kind of reaping the benefit of the tax and money and the sales and all that, where it really doesn't, I mean, there's a few in Mason County, but as far as Lincoln County, we haven't had anybody from Lincoln County for years and years. But I mean, obviously, I don't know.
You're referring to what, property tax, real estate tax? I don't think you all have that.
No.
What kind of tax are you referring to?
Well, I'm talking about like when they go out and purchase things. Maybe I said tax, I didn't mean that, but like when we pay the folks, they go back in the community and we influx money back into the community by the sales we do and that kind of thing.
I know that last year that levy generated about $750,000 for you guys. Somewhere 700-ish.
Yeah, well, I did, over the last 8 years, I looked at it, and from the figures I have, so, it was like around 530 average over the last 8 years, something like that. And that's another thing that we, in 1 year it'll be a lot, and the next year it may not be so much. And I mean, for us to even develop a budget is very difficult because, I can give you, like my vehicles that we have now, the trucks that we deliver with, and the vans that we pick folks up with. The one I came down here in today that I drove that has 215,000 miles on it. So those are the kind of things we use the money back, to put into.
If it's serving that big an area, I just thought maybe, Madison County would get in on it.
I mean, and obviously, Rick Hanley is on our board. I'll present that to him and see, and, I can't say I disagree, because I don't, but my only thing is that if we don't do something or something, we don't figure out something in about before the next levy is available to vote on, then there's not gonna be a Green Acres anymore, because we can't survive.
If I may say something, my desire personally is, I mentioned the fact that we are in West Virginia, and the fact that the state does not, in my opinion, does not really embrace, they don't brag about, we're a bragging point. And the state of West Virginia really needs to, in my opinion, kind of step up and say, hey, look what we have here in Cabell County. And I would love to see the state,
And that's what we visited, that's why we've been in Charleston trying to get that,
yeah.
influx that in to help.
We met with Tom Tacubo, we met with Matt Rohrball, we met with Daniel Linville and Jonathan Henson, and a lot of these folks, trying to get them aware. You'd be amazed at how many legislators don't even know, let alone the governor.
You'd be amazed how much the legislature don't even know that there's counties in this state. They turn on us every day of the week, so.
Well, and the people that, it's not, as I tell people all the time, I'm close to retirement age, okay? And so, and Matt could go somewhere else and get a job, and a lot of the other folks that could go somewhere else and get a job, but just to let the folks that work so hard and have a disability, that don't have all the options that I have, or Matt has, or any of us have, we're just,
Okay,
that's where we're at.
I think we understand.
Well, I did reach out to the development office. Mitch Carmichael has expressed an interest in coming to the table.
Good.
He was to call me yesterday, but he got into meetings. And also, I reached out to Angie Adams, who's over the Mountain State Centers for Independent Living. She's the new director, and they place individuals that are developmentally disabled. And she wants to come out and tour it as well. Maybe there can be some collaboration there.
Absolutely.
But I feel like it is a gem, and the service that you offer, I was very blown away by what I saw. Whether it's a levy or whatever, I think there is a solution to be found, and we just have to get the appropriate people to the table to find that solution. But I applaud you for what you're doing.
Well, we
I see the
appreciate
passion
that.
there.
And it's sincere.
Probably a good news story in the Herald Dispatch would help too.
We've been working on that.
Does the new reporter want to introduce herself?
Hi, my name is McKenna Horsley. I'm new, so.
Welcome.
We thank you, gentlemen.
All right, so we can go.
Unless you wanna stay for
Yeah,
the
you
fun.
Well, we got a lot to do. We got water to get to the prison
You
over
might
here.
wanna go to the rest of the courthouse, and we purchased it here for the county commission, but there's some other departments that may not have Osage natural water.
Yeah,
That might be an
we-
opportunity
we've heard
to
that.
pound the pavement here while you're here.
Thank you. Thank you folks for your time.
Thank you
Okay.
for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Nice to meet you.
There's no other name signed to speak. Does anybody else have anything they'd care to comment on at the moment? No, okay. Then we can open some bids for generators for the Cabell County Senior Centers. Mr. Watson, oh, you got your letter opener.
Yeah, you already done it.
Prepared for me. This first one is from City Electric Company, P.O. Box 6550, Charleston, West Virginia, 25362. Looks like they are saying commercial grade generators at Cabell County Senior Centers, Barnesville, Milton, Salt Rock, Marie Red, and Underwood. City Electric proposes to furnish all labor, material, and supervision for the electrical portion of the above referenced project. Quote good for 30 days, turnkey job for all generators, sales tax not added, $14,281, 2-year warranty, delivery 10 to 12 weeks, base bid of $310,535.
Is that just for the electrical hookup, as near as you can tell?
I think the 14,000.
Was the electric, the other was the generators.
I think the 14,000 is sales tax, that they are not included.
Oh, okay, sales tax not included, yeah. The base bid for the whole thing, turnkey job, was $310,535.
Okay.
Second one here is McDaniel Electric, Inc., 1309 8th Avenue, Huntington, West Virginia, 25701.
Can you repeat the company again?
McDaniel Electric.
Thanks.
RFP for new commercial grade generators. We propose to furnish and install automatic transfer switches, concrete pads, ditching, backfill, and wiring for our new emergency commercial rated Kohler brand. REO ZK series diesel generators. Delivery is currently 20 weeks on the new generators and ATSs. Will take approximately 85 non-rain days from date of receiving generators. Best guess for completion date is 225 days as of today's numbers after release of the equipment. Gives an itemized account. Barnesville Senior Center, $53,180. Milton Senior Center, $68,221. Salt Rock Senior Center, $53,677. Marie Red, $53,510. And Underwood, $51,240. For a total bid of $279,828.
279.
$279,828.
I'm glad they broke it down because every
Yeah.
center is gonna be different based on the size of the center.
Right. This one is from Palco Sales Corporation, 2 Wall Street, Winfield, West Virginia. They have broken it down. Salt Rock, $168,750. They're saying a 200 diesel power generator, 600 amp service rated transfer switch. They itemize each center.
That would
Give-
run the courthouse.
Yeah.
So what's their total?
I ran the Salt Rock Center on a 30 kW generator the whole time we had the ice storm and everything worked.
That was just the Salt Rock Center?
That was just.
30 kW.
And he's saying 200.
Well, there's, They're wanting to make sure they have plenty of electric.
Their total was $822,975.
I don't think they know how to size a generator. Oh,
Three,
Salt Rock's peak demand was 40 kW
Three
in
bids.
February 2020.
Pardon me, I'm sorry.
Huh?
What'd you say, I'm sorry?
Salt Rock's peak demand was 40 kW in February of 2020. We ran the numbers. I'm with McDermott.
Right. Yes, there were 3 bids, Jim.
don't look like Dan Kennedy. We will take those under advisement and
Yes.
be sure that got apples and apples, we're talking about comparing and that sort of thing, and
Right.
appreciate your effort and your,
There is some ways to cut a couple costs if y'all decide if you're over your budget or something like that. I've got a couple ideas in one spot, so
And what's your name?
David with McDaniel.
Thank you.
See y'all. Thank you.
just us.
That's sticker shock.
The only one that surprised me was the one from Winfield. The others, I think, are in the ballpark, based on what we had thought it would cost.
Took you around 50
Mm-hmm.
50 to 60 per
Yeah.
site.
Yeah.
So we weren't real far off.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Well, maybe the Red Cross people are stuck on a slick highway.
Oh, are they supposed to be here?
Thought they might come. Anyhow.
For a proclamation.
Uh-huh. Next item on the agenda is 2104-22-088, proclamation by the Cabell County Commission for Red Cross Day on May 8th, 2021.
Should we move it to the foot of the agenda so that we can see if
Okay.
they're gonna show up?
That's fine. We would move that down so if they come, we'll.
Oh, okay.
Is there somebody in particular that have reached out?
Well, there's 2 people that have contacted us, me and Beth. Item 2104-22-089, agreement between Cabell County Commission for use of courthouse grounds permit for National Day of Prayer, May the 6th, 2021, 10 to 3, on the courthouse south lawn.
I move to approve.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 2104-22-090, letter for employment from Phyllis Smith, Cabell County Clerk, for Christina Marie Heron as a full-time employee.
Move to approve.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. And we have item 21-04-22091, resolution to the Cabell County Commission for employment of Laura Michelle Foster, part-time EMT, Raven Rebecca Nicole Mullen, part-time EMT, Natalie Nicole Price, part-time EMT, and Nathan Eric Price, part-time EMT.
You gonna do the reclassification too?
Huh?
No. Are you gonna do the reclassification separately?
Oh. No, I had my finger on it. And reclassification of Jacob Allen to advanced EMT, Adam Clark to per diem critical care paramedic, Charles Dunlap to advanced EMT, Ian Preston to advanced EMT.
So moved.
And that's the end.
I'll second, but I just say you got a mighty big finger.
Well, he's got them wrapped.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, I signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Are the prices any relation?
That's what I wondered.
Honestly, I don't know. How's that?
Any relation to you? No, that's all right.
Absolutely not. I have no one that's any relation.
Item
Let's see the American
21-04-22-092, resolution to the Cabell County Commission in the matter of advertising a notice of request for proposal of services for purchasing and installation of new secure access control systems for courthouse property doors and parking lot gate and ONA field office.
Well, Jim, since we both got locked out on Tuesday, I will move to approve.
A second.
That's something we've needed for a long time. Long ago, we climbed.
Is he signed up to speak?
Climbed into bed with a company called IST, and they are in Virginia, and it cost us $2,000 to get them to come here. We've slowly but surely got rid of the camera systems, and we're on the last phase of that here coming up, but the access control system is just horrible, and it's antiquated, and it's all proprietary, which means we can't do anything to it, or we can't buy anything for it unless we go through those folks. So it's been very much needed. For a
Will
long
this
time.
be something that they will need to come and inspect where it would go and,
I think Beth's gonna have a pre-bid meeting, which is a good idea.
Okay.
So if they're gonna bid, they have to come.
And scheduled on May 5th in the advertisement, the pre-bid meeting. So Wednesday, I believe, right, Chad? It's May 5th, whenever that is. That's what we,
Cinco de Mayo.
yeah.
been moved and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Item 21-04-22-093, resolution, Cabell County Commission, county budget revision number 9.
Yeah, this is a county revision, the county clerk's elections budget. She was moving some money into it for dues and subscriptions.
Move to approve.
Second.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
21-04-22-094, resolution, Cabell County Commission state budget revision number 7.
State revision, the main reason for this was due to collections being up a little bit. The special act for the library made them get a little more of that last distribution, so we had to increase the property tax current year by $195,000, which increase was for the library, $195,000, which puts their total up to $1.7 million this year. And they were budgeted at 1.5.
Will the park board get any more because of that?
They get a little more, but it's not to that extent.
Right.
Move to approve.
Second.
All in favor, signify by
Aye.
saying aye.
Aye.
Judy Rule, happy when you told her that?
She will be unhappy if she doesn't get her checks, and she doesn't.
2 weeks behind with her check, come back and we have a budget revision.
Yeah, that's what she's not gonna like.
Unless there is objection, we'll just lump all the place on records together. Minutes to be recorded, Cabell Huntington Health Department regular meeting, February 24th, 2021. Pea Ridge Public Service District regular meeting, February 8th, 2021. Salt Rock Water Public Service District regular meeting, March 9th, 2021. And other documentation to be recorded. Cabell Huntington Health Department Field Report, January 2021, and Manager's Report, December 2020. Pea Ridge Public Service District General Ledger Balance Sheet and Income Statement, period 8, ending 2021. That's all of them.
So moved.
Be
Second.
moved and seconded to place on record. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And we have Commissioners' representation reports good for the good and welfare of Cabell County.
Yeah, I'd like to wish April happy birthday.
Thank you.
Mr. President, you'll need to address the Red Cross proclamation since you moved it to the end of the.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Well,
You forgot about that. Should we just go ahead and do it?
shall we read it?
I don't see the need.
I don't either.
I move to approve the proclamation for the American Red Cross.
Okay, we'll read it. Now therefore, I, by virtue of authority vested in me by the laws of, do hereby proclaim May 8th, 2021 as Red Cross Day and encourage all residents to reach out and support its humanitarian mission. Been moved and seconded.
Second?
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 I have one thing, if we're still under the commissioners'
We are.
representation reports. Do we know what our obligation is as a body yet, based upon those laws that passed that mandate us to oversee the health department's
I saw that.
policies and the
Wondered
legal
that.
exchange? I mean, do we know yet what is anticipated of us?
We're not past the time yet when the governor can veto, are we? He has so many days. I think it's 15.
He's
Has he
signed
reached,
one already, but I'm not sure.
has he reached that point yet? Well, the association, the County Commissioners Association, sent out information about what bills had passed, and she's gonna send out again once we figure out what the governor's vetoed and what he hasn't, so that we'll have a clear picture of exactly what affects counties, because there's several things that are gonna affect counties. And,
Will it give us our deadlines or
Yeah.
or directions as to what we're supposed to do?
well, it's all in the bill. I just don't remember them off the top of my head. But it's all in the legislation as to when it takes effect.
Of course, there's more than that one health department thing too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the, number 7, that's, the resolution is the one that's gonna kill us financially, I think, but it's gonna go on the ballot in 22
Yeah.
for the public to vote on.
Is that the one that takes the car tax off?
Well, it
That's
gives
to
the
sweeten,
legislature the
that's
authority
to
to do
sweeten
it.
the pot.
What?
It gives the legislature the authority to make changes.
Every year if they want to.
Not
Because
sure
it takes
that
it
I
out of the
trust it.
Constitution and gives them the power to change your taxes anytime they so desire. It's an
Is
interesting
there
piece of
any other
legislation.
business to come before this august body? Or, now therefore, by the virtue of the authority invested in me, is there a motion to adjourn?
After you sign all the documents.
After we sign all the documents, yes, of course. We will stand adjourned.
Okay.